समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Hari Om. I'm with Sri Kaushik Rindani ji. Sri Kaushik Rindani ji met Pujya Gurudev in early 80s and was highly inspired by his teachings. Later on, he joined Chinmaya Mission and he was so motivated by Pujya Gurudev that he started conducting workshops for the brahmacharis and to the corporate world. He had taken Gita to the corporate world too. And what his experiences were and how he got motivated, let us hear from his own words. I would like to know first, when you met Pujya Gurudev, or what attracted you to Pujya Gurudev?
To begin with, my profound sense of gratitude to you, Prarthana ji, for having invited me here for this sharing of experiences with Gurudev. I met Pujya Gurudev in 1981 during his first Vivek Chudamani camp in Siddhabari. And this was after we had one yagna by Pujya Guruji, who was at that time Brahmachari Vivek ji. And then within 3 months we had one workshop, yagna by Swami Purushottam ji. And it was Brahmachari Vivek ji who initiated me to come to Siddhabari and attend the camp.
Okay. Yeah. So your association started with Pujya Guruji?
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Okay.
Vivek Chudamani, he had taken it in several sessions. I was in one of the early sessions for 7 days. Later on, it goes without saying that you fall in love with him. And in the same year, I attended 2 of his camps again. He sometimes used to talk about Sthita Prajnas, Lakshan and Karma Yoga. And mind you, his expression about how we should act in life or how we should conduct ourselves, keeping ourselves aloof with the detached involvement, as you call. It was so fascinating that I felt that I should attend 2nd chapter and 3rd chapter to become stronger professionally. Once while driving him to Powai, I asked him one question. That Swamiji, during this 1.5 hour discourse, people become euphoric and you feel they have all become spiritual and whatnot. But I'm not sure what happens later. So he could sense what was in my mind. He said, he used to address me at Kaushik Maharaj, He said, Kaushik Maharaj, what is in your mind? Tell me frankly. I said, Swamiji, we should have some post-yagna interactive session where we know how much each person has understood what you have spoken. And on that we should move forward. So he threw the challenge at me. He said, I am going to have one Chik camp. At that time the word Chik was not used actually. He said Yuva Kendra. Yuva Kendra camp is there for 7 days. I give you 2 hours every day. You conduct whatever you want to in your way. I will not ask you a single question during the 7 days and let me see how is the response on the 7th day. And on the 7th day, during the valedictory function, when he called me, there was a standing ovation. And all the chicks, narrated how they felt and how they experienced, and they came out with whatever they wanted to express. And he said, this is what I want. A lot of youngsters who attended that program, they wanted to invite me in their center for youth. And Swamiji said, the child and the youth being the future. I had a lot of workshop for Balvihar camps, for the youth camp. And mind you, Pratna ji, I am very happy to say that Gurudev used to keep a tag of every workshop. Because after that, suppose I had in Pune or Bangalore or Ahmedabad, later on immediately when I met him here in his kutia, he will immediately consider, oh, I heard about your workshop in Ahmedabad. Good, keep it up.
So,
That is how he used to. I was invited to Calcutta, in the Birla Hall, where about 165 of Birla executives were there. And he came for inauguration, he came for valedictory address. And at 5 o'clock in the evening, he asked that all of you were sitting and participating throughout the day. Said yes. Then he looked at me. The next day morning, it so happened that I was coming back by the same flight. So he said, give me your ticket. I gave him my ticket and he got it upgraded to sit next to him in the executive class, And then he asked me what exactly I was doing, how the interaction, what were the topics. He went through each and every details. Of course, he also offered me from his dish whatever. He said, I am not allowed, but you as a young person you can afford to eat. At the Birla Hall, when I went to meet him, he asked Senior Birla that how much you are going to give him, because he has come from Bombay. He said, Swamiji, you said, whatever you said, no, I don't want to tell, but normally how much you will pay for your 165 executives for a one-day program? And his HR manager, who happened to sit there, he said at least 1,000 rupees per person. So a 1,75,000 rupees check, that was my biggest earning in all way, because, and then Swamiji said, you take 20% because you spend your time and travel time and everything. I said, no, Swamiji, my travel time is taken care of by my company. And so far as I can afford, but I enjoy because this has become my lifeline. But since then, whatever workshop I did for corporate, I used to see that goes to Gurudev.
So coming to your personal life, have you ever asked for any help from Gurudev, in the sense like you were unable to cope up with the situation, and did you seek any guidance from him?
I would say guidance mainly I had in two ways, I will tell you. One was my wife was looking after one handicapped child, and there were a lot of difference of opinion within my family, that why she should be involved so deeply and all. We decided to ask Gurudev, and he said, you take care of the child because she has come from God's design. The whole work is given to you by God. And he told my wife that even if you don't come to me, it is okay for me, but you should look after that child. And today she is 40. My wife still continues to go there to give her a bath and take her out in a wheelchair every day, spending at least 3 to 4 hours for her. That is Gurudev's blessings. During his first yagna, he asked me how many children I had. And I said, Swamiji, I have none. So that means you have many. And mind you, from that, whatever workshop I did, and a lot of children who had sometimes did not have father, they adopted me as father, they looked at me as father. They adopted us as parents. Sometimes they had parents, but they felt a lot of love is flowing. So they adopted us as parents. And mind you, in one particular year, I had 40 birthdays celebrated in my house. I have been reading on his various aspects, and now I am focusing on vision. What I felt is he has written somewhere in the grand vision of Chinmaya Mission. He says that you study scriptures, you reflect upon it, then you understand it, and then you live it.
Yes.
I think this is very important. You live it. I felt that if I want to live what he taught, what is the best place to live? Now my profession, was the biggest challenge to me.
Okay.
Biggest challenge because my functional position in my multinational company was a low profile function of quality assurance. You don't get that status of a marketing man or a production man or whatever it is. How should I look at my function so that my value as that in charge within me and outside is very deeply appreciated?
Okay.
And mind you, because you see, he defines certain words very, I tell you, very strongly. And you can call it like amog, it just penetrates you.
Yeah.
He said spirituality is vision of oneness. Now, if I take quality control or assurance as a department as one of the functions, but not connected with the organization as a whole, which was a multinational company, multi-crore again, then I will be doing a very limited work, and I will always feel a small, that when there is a yearly divisional meeting, I will be standing in a corner, just feeling small. But I felt that I belong to the whole company, playing my small role, but my role plays an important, significant part in the whole company's image. That was a realization, and mind you, this attitude of mine, it did not fail to receive attention of my top bosses, including the foreign bosses. Yeah.
Has he ever discussed about his vision of how you should be?
I think not how I should be, but one thing, very beautiful thing, I think you have raised. I was in United States in 93, and he expressed one thing, that I found that you can teach Bhagavad Gita in a different manner. So in fact, he wanted to have a meeting of people who teach Bhagavad Gita in a different manner.
Okay.
And one of the projects which he had visualized, and I must say I am still on,
Okay.
and I wish till I leave I will be able to complete that job, to convert Bhagavad Gita into whole workshop practice. Mind you, that means all the chapters or all the relevant aspect of Bhagavad Gita put in PowerPoint format, also conducted along with episodes and games and whatnot projection. And in line with that, now I have taken up one project myself, which project is, all Gurudev's articles which appeared in Tapovan Prasad and Mananam, Guruji's articles, some Acharya's articles,
Okay.
which will come to almost about 1,000 articles,
Oh, okay.
which I have divided into 11 sections, starting from Gurudev's vision. Because at many places, he has put a lot of emphasis on a self-perfection.
Okay.
So I have titled this manual as a reservoir of wisdom, as inspired by Pujya Gurudev, Pujya Guruji and Acharyas of Chinmaya Mission. So this whole project of 11 sections is for brahmacharis and swamijis. It will be used as a manual.
Okay.
And I am also converting into PowerPoint presentation.
That will be
So,
great.
yeah.
Not only help for people, but it will become handy for acharyas and for
Very
everybody
true. Very
to
true.
give his message to the future
Very true.
generations.
Very true.
nice. This is some of the lighter moments with Gurudev.
Lighter lighter moment are 2-3, but one which comes to my mind is in the first yagna when he told me that you have many children, and in the third yagna he again asked me. So I said, Swamiji, I have currently 35 children. He said, high time for family planning now. And at Chandrai's place, for a third yagna in Mulund, I had gone for planning, you know, of the yagna. So I was sitting on my knees, and he was sitting, you know, keeping his hand like this. So in the morning session, I gave some wrong timing, you know, some 6 to 7. Said, how many times you have earlier been to morning session, Kaushik Maharaj? So I said, many times. So he said, say again many times.
He screwed your ear?
Yeah. And third incident, which I won't call it lighter, but you know, which is very touching, is you know, he was invited to Rotary Club, you know, all combined Rotary Club, about 500 Rotarians. And since as I said, when you are with him, your position is high. So I was in the front line. And their president, you know, while walking with Gurudev, said, मुझे जरा 1-2 मिनट में स्वामी जी के बारे में बताइए. Frankly, I felt bad. I said, ये महात्मा के लिए आपको ऐसे 1-2 मिनट में सुनना है. So उनके सेक्रेटरी था, जो sometimes secretaries are wiser. So he said, आप ही आ जाइए. So I said, okay, Gurudev की introduction के लिए, it was a great pleasure, you know, or honor rather. When I was climbing, mind you, Gurudev had noticed that when I climb steps, I need little support. And there was no support. He stopped after climbing his steps, waited till I was on first step, gave me his hand to lift me up. So I call it not physical lift up.
See his concern, his love. So like, you know, your journey with Pujya Gurudev for quite a long time.
Yeah.
How would you sum up your journey as?
Summing up actually will require lives. But I will tell you one thing. See, I'll describe to you one project. In 2004, I think I had a mild stroke. When I was advised 1 year's rest, I felt that the best way to spend this year is to be with your Guru. And the way of staying with my Guru, I took up a project of Tapovan Prasad.
Yes. Yeah.
And you know the result. As a result of it, you know, recently only somebody, I can tell you, Shibani has written a very beautiful email to me saying that, you know, you are living Vedanta. Here, you know, what I would like to say is that living Gita or living Vedanta, there are many people who may be doing. But if I am given an opportunity, I would not like to live Gita or live Vedanta, but I would like to live Swami Chinmayananda. Because he made Vedanta very vibrant. Mind you, there were many Vedantin Brahmins and all, you know, who chanted this and that and all. But he made very vibrant, and I think wherever he went, he left the fragrance of joy, fragrance of completeness, fragrance of oneness, fragrance of continuity in the form of study groups, and people who came in his personal contact has never forgotten him. So even today, if God permits and tells me that ये जन्म में हम आपको मोक्ष देते हैं, I will refuse. To sum up, I will say, मुझे मोक्ष नहीं चाहिए, मुझे चिन्मयानंद जी बनना है. 1000 जन्म लेने के लिए मैं तैयार हूँ.